There is a silence that only appears when a man's heart no longer belongs to his age, his environment, or his expectations, but to a woman who has already lived, learned, lost, healed, and risen again. This silence is not empty, it is heavy, it is thoughtful, and inside that silence, words begin to slip out, not rehearsed words, not romantic lines borrowed from movies, but raw, unguarded truths that expose exactly where his heart has landed. When a man falls for an older woman, language changes before behavior does. The tongue betrays what the mind is still trying to justify. At first, the attraction doesn't even feel romantic. It feels like safety, like being understood without having to perform. And that's where the first words escape. Words that sound harmless, but carry deep psychological weight. He says things like, "I feel calm when I talk to you." Calm, not excited, not thrilled. Calm. That single word reveals more than 1,000 love confessions. Calm means the nervous system recognizes familiarity, wisdom, emotional regulation. Calm means this connection is regulating something that chaos never could. Then another phrase slips out. You understand things differently. Not better. Differently. Because what he's really saying is, you see beyond ego, beyond surface drama, beyond impulsive reactions. Older women don't react. They respond. And when a man notices this difference, his emotional compass starts shifting. He stops seeking stimulation and starts seeking grounding. Soon, admiration sneaks into language. I like how you think. Not how you look, not how you dress, how you think. This is the moment attraction matures into attachment, because thoughts shape reality. And when a man becomes attached to an older woman's way of thinking, he is subconsciously saying, I trust your worldview. I trust your judgment. I trust your emotional intelligence. Then come the words that expose vulnerability. I can tell you things I don't tell others. This is not accidental. Older women create psychological safety without trying. They listen without interrupting. They don't rush to fix. They don't compete for attention. And that space invites confession. When a man starts offering unfiltered truths, childhood wounds, failures, fears, it means his defenses have collapsed. After that, something interesting happens. Respect starts sounding like desire. You've been through a lot. This sentence is never said casually. It's recognition. It's reverence. It's an acknowledgement that survival shaped this woman and that strength is attractive in ways youth can never replicate. Men drawn to older women are often unconsciously drawn to resilience. Then curiosity deepens. How did you learn to be like this? This is a man trying to understand the source of emotional mastery. He's not just interested in the woman, he's interested in the journey. And psychologically, when someone becomes curious about how another person became who they are, emotional bonding has already occurred. Soon, dependence starts revealing itself through subtle language. I feel better after talking to you. This is emotional regulation happening externally. The presence, the voice, the perspective of an older woman becomes a stabilizing force. And once a man associates relief with one specific person, attachment is no longer optional. It's forming automatically. Then comes comparison, the most dangerous sign. People my age don't think like you. This sentence quietly isolates the older woman as unique. And when uniqueness is acknowledged, emotional loyalty follows. Comparison means dissatisfaction elsewhere, and dissatisfaction creates emotional distance from peers and emotional proximity to one person. Eventually, admiration turns into emotional surrender. You make me see things clearly. Clarity is power. And when someone credits another person for clarity, that person has influence. Influence over thoughts, over emotions, over decisions. This is where attachment becomes deeply psychological. Then something softer slips out. I feel safe around you. Safety is the deepest human need. Deeper than passion, deeper than attraction. Safety means the nervous system has stopped scanning for threat. And once safety is found, the mind resists letting it go. Finally, and this is the sentence that gives everything away, I don't know why I'm drawn to you. But the truth is, there is a reason, a very clear one. Older women offer emotional consistency, depth, patience, and insight that chaos cannot compete with. The attraction is not accidental. It's biological, psychological, and emotional alignment. What makes this connection powerful is not age, it's experience. It's the absence of emotional games. It's the ability to hold space without demanding performance. Men who fall for older women are not seeking novelty. They are seeking peace. They are tired of confusion disguised as excitement. They crave meaning disguised as simplicity. And the most fascinating part? These words slip out before the heart is ready to admit anything, because language is honest even when the mind is in denial. When a man's heart belongs to an older woman, he doesn't announce it. He reveals it, sentence by sentence, word by word, moment by moment. If you want, I can now. And as time goes on, the words become even more revealing because emotional attachment doesn't stay quiet forever. It starts leaking through tone, through timing, through the urgency to be heard. He begins saying things like, I wanted to tell you this first. That sentence alone exposes priority. It shows that emotional hierarchy has already been formed. Before friends, before peers, before anyone else, this connection becomes the first stop for emotional processing. That is not coincidence. That is bonding. Then there is a subtle shift in how questions are asked. What would you do in this situation? This is no longer casual curiosity. This is seeking guidance. Older women often become emotional anchors because they've lived through mistakes that younger minds are still rushing toward. When a man starts outsourcing decision-making, even emotionally, it means trust has crossed into reliance. Soon after, reassurance slips into conversation. Talking to you makes things make sense. Sense is clarity again, and clarity is addictive. The mind naturally gravitates toward whoever reduces internal conflict. An older woman doesn't amplify confusion, she simplifies complexity. That simplicity becomes magnetic. Then come moments of emotional honesty that are rarely spoken aloud. I don't feel judged when I'm with you. Judgment-free presence is rare. And when it's found, the psyche clings to it. Older women, having already faced judgment from life itself, rarely need to impose it on others. That emotional neutrality feels like freedom to someone who has been performing for approval their entire life. After that, nostalgia starts blending into the present. I wish I had met you earlier. This sentence carries regret, longing, and quiet desire all at once. It's the mind attempting to rewrite time. And psychologically, when someone wishes for an alternate past that includes another person, the emotional bond has deepened beyond surface attraction. Then protection shows up in language. I don't like when people misunderstand you. This is emotional defensiveness. It means identification. It means the self has expanded to include another person. When someone feels personally affected by how others perceive you, emotional ownership has already formed. Another phrase slips out unexpectedly. You're not like anyone else, I know. This sentence isolates the connection from the rest of the world. It places it in a category of its own. And once something becomes singular, the fear of losing it begins to grow. Soon, emotional availability becomes visible. I think about what you said a lot. Thoughts lingering beyond the moment indicate internalization. The voice of the older woman becomes internal dialogue. Her words echo during decisions, reflections, late-night thoughts. That's not admiration anymore. That's integration. then vulnerability deepens even further. I don't usually open up like this. This statement is a confession of rarity. It implies selective vulnerability, and selective vulnerability is intimacy. Older women often receive this because they don't exploit openness. They honor it. Time becomes distorted next. I didn't realize how long we were talking. When time disappears, presence has taken over, and presence is intimacy without touch. It's mental and emotional alignment strong enough to override awareness of the external world. Then attachment starts sounding like concern. Are you okay? But it's not casual, it's consistent. Repeated concern signals emotional investment. Care becomes habitual, and habits shape bonds stronger than declarations ever could. Gradually, future language sneaks in without commitment. If you were here, I'd explain this better. Hypotheticals that include shared space reveal longing without risk. It's desire wrapped in safety. Then there is admiration mixed with quiet awe. You're stronger than you realize. This isn't flattery, this is recognition. Older women often underestimate their own power because survival becomes normal to them. When a man verbalizes this, he is acknowledging something he feels but may not fully understand. Emotional grounding becomes obvious through contrast. Everything feels noisy until I talk to you. Noise represents chaos, pressure, expectation. Silence represents peace. And when one person consistently brings silence, the mind seeks them instinctively. Then comes emotional honesty, stripped of ego. I trust you. Trust is not given lightly. It's earned through consistency, emotional maturity, and presence. Older women often embody all three without effort. Soon after, longing surfaces quietly. I miss our conversations. Missing conversation, not touch, not presence, conversation, shows mental attachment. It means the connection lives in thought, not just physical proximity. And then, perhaps the most telling sentence of all escapes, almost accidentally. You make me want to be better. Growth-oriented attraction is the deepest kind. It's not about escape, it's about evolution. When someone inspires growth, they hold psychological significance far beyond attraction. These words don't come all at once. They emerge slowly, naturally, honestly, because a man whose heart belongs to an older woman is not chasing fantasy. He's recognizing depth, and depth, once felt, is impossible to unfeel. As the bond deepens, the language becomes quieter but heavier, because at this stage, emotions no longer need decoration. He begins saying things like, I notice little things now. This is awareness. Attention has sharpened. The mind is no longer scattered, it's focused. And when attention becomes selective, attachment is already present. Older women are often noticed in layers, not all at once, and that layered discovery keeps the mind engaged. Then reflection starts entering conversations. You make me think after we talk. Not during, after. That means the interaction continues even in absence. The voice lingers. The perspective settles in. This is cognitive bonding, where thoughts reshape themselves around another person's influence. Another phrase slips out, almost defensively. I don't feel the need to impress you. This is relief. It means performance anxiety has dropped. And when someone feels free from the need to impress, authenticity rises. Older women rarely reward exaggeration or pretense. They respond to honesty. That honesty feels liberating. Then emotional presence becomes visible through consistency. I check my phone hoping it's you. Hope tied to one specific person indicates emotional anticipation. The mind begins assigning emotional reward to interaction. Dopamine starts associating with conversation, not novelty. Soon after, boundaries soften in subtle ways. I don't usually say this, but This sentence is the doorway to vulnerability. It's the mind asking for permission to be real. Older women often receive these confessions because they don't weaponize them later. Memory begins to play a role. I remembered something you said weeks ago. Retention equals value. The brain remembers what matters. When advice, stories, or even casual remarks are stored and recalled, emotional significance has been assigned. Then comes emotional alignment. We see things the same way. This sentence reflects shared values, and values, not chemistry, determine long-term attachment. Older women tend to attract those who are tired of surface-level connection and craving resonance. Soon, emotional responsibility appears. I don't want to disappoint you. This is accountability. It means actions are being filtered through how they might affect one person. When behavior changes to preserve emotional regard, the bond has real influence. Then there's a quiet admission of peace. I feel grounded with you. Grounded means centered. It means the emotional pendulum has stopped swinging wildly. And grounding is often found with those who have already survived their storms. Curiosity turns inward next. Why do I feel so comfortable with you? This question reveals self-awareness. The mind is trying to rationalize what the heart already knows. Older women often trigger this internal questioning because the comfort feels unfamiliar, yet deeply right. Then concern becomes protective again. Make sure you rest. Care shifts from emotional to physical well-being. It's subtle, but it's nurturing in reverse. The roles begin to blur. Care becomes mutual. Soon, admiration deepens into respect. I admire how you handle things. Handling life with grace after difficulty is something only experience teaches. And when admiration is rooted in behavior, not appearance, it lasts. Then emotional honesty appears without fear. I feel different around you. Different is undefined but meaningful. It implies transformation, and transformation is the hallmark of deep emotional influence. Time begins to feel valuable. Even a few minutes with you matters. Value is no longer measured in quantity but in quality. Presence becomes enough. Then comes a sentence heavy with implication. I don't get this kind of connection often. Scarcity intensifies attachment. When something feels rare, the mind protects it. Gradually, emotional attachment starts shaping self-perception. You bring out a side of me I didn't know. Discovery of self through another person is one of the strongest psychological bonds that can form. These words are not dramatic. They're quiet, steady, sincere. They reveal a heart that has stopped searching outward and started settling inward, drawn not by age, but by depth, calm, and emotional truth. And this is the truth most people are not ready to hear. When a man's heart belongs to an older woman, it is not rebellion, fantasy, or confusion. It is recognition of depth over noise, stability over chaos, meaning over stimulation. The words that slip out are not accidental. They are psychological evidence of where safety, clarity, and emotional truth live for him now. Older women are not chosen because they are easier. They are chosen because they are real, because they don't chase validation, they don't beg for attention, and they don't fear silence. And that is exactly why the heart listens to them. This kind of connection does not scream, it settles. It does not rush, it roots. And once a man experiences a bond that brings peace instead of confusion, maturity instead of drama, and growth instead of escape, the heart does not wander back. It stays where it feels seen, understood, and emotionally alive.